The most difficult challenge in the history of survival in the wild has finally arrived. The contestants need to make ropes and ladders. We also need to hunt down crocodiles. It not only tests the hands-on ability, it also tested the hunting skills of the contestants. Besides, there is also courage. They need to jump off a cliff dozens of meters high, then test their ability to make a fire. The winner will receive a final reward of $100,000. The whole process was really thrilling. The survival time in the wilderness has reached 31 days. Darling is ready for the new challenge. He is very confident of winning the championship this time, and he expressed that he must win. Now he feels terrifyingly strong. Matt is the biggest competitor in this final round challenge, but he is much more modest than Darling. Matt can't guarantee that he will definitely win the championship. I just hope I can have better luck. Chris is the weakest player in the final round. If neither Matt nor Darling's attention is on Chris, it's very likely that Chris will get the chance. Today, the program team assigned a task. The contestants need to make a ladder and natural ropes, then take all the things to the next challenge location. Darling was very glad that he had chosen a saw. The saw played a very crucial role in this challenge. The task seems simple enough. It's actually not difficult at all. Each contestant has enough confidence to complete it. The contestants need to make a sturdy ladder using local materials and make a natural rope of no less than 12 feet. Choosing the appropriate materials is the key to this task. Chris saw a lot of long grass nearby. She wants to weave a rope out of these grasses. It's wiser for Chris to make ropes out of grass because she is relatively light in weight. Even if a straw rope is not as strong as tree bark, it's no problem for her who is light in weight. Chris understands the importance of strategy. Start from the first day's firemaking challenge. She then realized how to proceed with this challenge. Chris has always taken every challenge very seriously. It was this that enabled her to reach the finals. If Chris can win, then she will become the strongest female player in wilderness survival. Matt aimed the materials at the woods. He decided to make ropes out of tree bark. Ropes made from tree bark are very strong, but it is more difficult than using straw ropes. Thousands of years ago, it is from tree fibers that humans make ropes. Every challenge is a disadvantage for Matt. I even burned my hand on the first day of the challenge. I almost got eliminated in the knockout stage. This time, in the final round, he wants to prove himself to the whole world. Matt has excellent hunting skills. He has participated in many wilderness survival challenges. She has performed very well in previous season's challenges. This season's challenge should also be quite good. He peeled off the bark bit by bit. Collect the fibers of one tree. It should be possible to make a 12-foot rope. Darling is also looking for materials. He found that the grass by the river was very resilient. So Darling, like Chris, chose to make ropes out of grass. He failed the challenge last year. This time, he is going to win the championship. Darling has rich survival experience. He is also a top player who has participated in many competitions. Ladders play a significant role in wilderness survival. There aren't many trees used as ladders in Africa. Darling cut down branches with a saw. These straight branches can be used to make ladders. With this saw, it doesn't take any strength to cut down these trees. Darling has a significant advantage. Matt's construction ability is not as strong as Darling's, but he has inexhaustible strength. Chris has collected enough grass here. The next step is to cut down the materials for the ladder. The ladder stand she cut down was very thin. It's all for the sake of portability. As long as you can support your own weight, that's fine. Chris does have a weight advantage in this challenge, but it's really a bit difficult for her to win this challenge. At the very least, I don't see any hope of winning against Chris. On the 20th day, all the female contestants withdrew from the competition collectively. Only Chris wants to stay and prove herself. Her spirit of never giving up is worthy of everyone's learning. Chris knew she might not win, but if you don't give it your all, you'll really lose. She is well aware of her opponent's strength. Often, the challenge of knowing the outcome is very desperate. If it were you, would it still be like this after knowing the result? Then in their upcoming challenges, who will be the ultimate winner? Matt has collected the wood from making the ladder, but he still needs some ropes. This piece of pigskin can be used to make ropes. Just soak it in water until it softens and it's ready for use. Matt threw the pigskin into the water to soak it. It usually takes several hours to soak. Chris is good at making ladders, but weaving ropes is rather difficult. This kind of delicate work is very time-consuming. Chris makes straw ropes by weaving. Finally, just link the straw ropes together. Chris weaves very fast, but the program team needs 12-inch ropes. After measurement, there's still quite a lot more. This is probably about 19 feet. It looks not bad. Chris's rope mission has been completed. Next, we need to set up a ladder. Darren is first making a ladder here. He arranged to make the rope in the evening. There's a problem with the structure of the ladder that Darling built. If you step on it like this, it will surely fall down. Chris has also started making ladders. She believes that Matt is the biggest and second biggest competitor. If we can defeat Matt, Chris is very likely to win. But facing a strong player, she has to use strategies. Making a ladder is actually very simple. Just bind the bracket with a rope. Each contestant has an umbrella rope. So It only takes some time to build a ladder. Chris soon finished the ladder again. I try to bear the weight. It's completely fine to support her weight. Darling also finished making the ladder, and it is relatively stable. Matt fished the pig out of the water. He's going to cut the pig skin into strips. Matt wants to build the sturdiest ladder. Anyway, I'm not in a hurry. It's fine to do it for a longer time. Matt bound the ladder structure with pigskin strips. After finishing the ladder, we began to make the rope. Matt's progress is the slowest, but it doesn't affect tomorrow's challenges at all. Matt is the only contestant who uses tree fibers to make ropes. It all depends on whether it works well or not. Tomorrow is the last day. Chris was the only woman on the field. She feels extremely stressed now. Her family must be watching her show, so she didn't want to bring shame to her family. The more you care, the greater the pressure will be. Except for Chris. Matt couldn't sleep all night either. He knew that his body was no longer young, so there aren't many opportunities left to take part in the challenge. Everyone wants a reward of $100,000. With this $100,000 bonus, Chris can be used to improve the environment of her own home. Darling's rope mission has not been completed yet. He has been weaving ropes. It still wasn't done by 2:30 a.m. This might have a significant impact on his challenge tomorrow. Today is the challenge day for the contestants. Darling didn't sleep at all last night. The contestants need to carry things to the challenge site. This journey is also a challenge for them. But every contestant has great confidence. Everyone was hurrying along with their belongings on their shoulders. The weight of the ladder became a burden for the contestants. It seems that Darling is exhausted to death. The contestants need to put everything down, then use a ladder to climb the tree and take down the bow and arrow. After obtaining the bow and arrow, you need to hunt the crocodiles in the water. Bow and arrow hunting has a significant advantage over Matt. The bow and arrow are 3 meters high. The crocodile is in the water. In fact, this challenge is by no means simple. If all can be accomplished, the third stage is to use straw ropes to scoop up the fish traps in the water. There is an igniter in the fish basket. The contestants need to jump off the cliff and swim to the opposite bank to make a fire. This challenge is thrilling enough. Matt and Darling have a big advantage. The first place will receive a reward of $100,000 and was awarded the title of the strongest wilderness survival enthusiast on the show. It's simply a challenge that brings both fame and fortune. There are many steps in the entire challenge. Physical strength holds a significant advantage. Matt seemed determined to succeed. He makes a fire while cooking. However, the advantages were extremely significant in the first and second stages. Chris wants to surpass. It must be reversed in the later stage. After the contestants are ready, I immediately started the challenge. They carried ladders in search of bows and arrows. There shouldn't be any accidents during the stage of holding the bow and arrow. To create a gap, it must be the stage of hunting crocodiles with bows and arrows. Matt was the first to get the bow and arrow. The other two are not ready yet. This gap is just too big. Even holding a ladder is so indelible. Chris was the second to get the bow and arrow. This took me very by surprise. Although Darling was the last one to get the bow and arrow. But it is expected to catch up later. Matt came to the shore to prepare for hunting. Although it's a fake crocodile head, but it's quite difficult to shoot with a bow and arrow. Hunting crocodiles with bows and arrows is a survival skill. The contestants who passed this level all have proved that they possess good hunting skills. Matt hit the mark with his first arrow. It looks too simple. Chris has also reached the second stage. The first arrow also hit. The second arrow also hit. Darling has only arrived now, although slower than others. But Darling has a fast hand speed. Matt is always on target. It seems that the first place is in the bag. There are more mistakes on Darling's side. He was at a great disadvantage in this stage. Chris still had one last fish head left. Why didn't I hit the target at all? Darling also began to break down. If we wait a little longer, Matt will get the bonus. Darling hit 2 consecutive shots. He managed to reverse Chris. The more anxious Chris became, the more it failed to hit the target. It took many attempts before it hit the target. All 3 contestants have completed the second stage. Matt is in the lead at present. The third stage is that one must swim across the opposite bank. This stage is another physically demanding task. It has a significant advantage over Darling and Matt. All the contestants are more or less the same now. Next, they need to make an original hook. Is there no difficulty at this stage? Matt ran as fast as he could after getting ashore. He really wants to win once. Next, the contestants need to make an original hook. Then, use straw ropes to obtain the fish basket in the water. There is no difficulty in making hooks. Anyone who is not blind can find it. Matt in the last challenge. It's about making hooks to hang things and winning. This time, it won't be difficult for him either. I don't think these are survival skills. Darling also found the hook. Now almost everyone is on the same side. It all depends on who can catch the first thing in the water. Matt hooked it all at once. It looks very simple, but it's still a bit difficult to hit the mark. It mainly depends on luck. Darling failed to hook several times in a row. This sentence is not testing any kind of rope. It is to test the adjustment degree of the hook. Matt was still the first to finish. Darling and Chris are still constantly trying. It's really hard to look at. Chris finished second. She managed to turn the tables in this round. Darling is still trying. Everyone is so anxious that they're going crazy. It all depends on whether Chris can defeat Matt. Darling has completed this stage. Next, the contestants must jump off the cliff, then reach the shore and make a fire. You can complete the competition by successfully lighting a fire to summon the helicopter. Matt jumped off the cliff without hesitation. This environment is very prone to losing igniters. Next up is Chris. She is more or less in line with Darling, but they all jumped into the water without hesitation. $100,000 is just around the corner. Everyone has a chance to get it. Matt is most afraid of making fire. The first thing to do upon landing was to look for Horon. It shouldn't be difficult if there is a lighter. Making fire by rubbing wood together is the most difficult. In this round, the contestants need to set fire to break the stone rope. Stones are just for decoration. It's hard to make a fire from them. Swimming consumes a lot of their physical strength. Darling and Chris were both exhausted. Matt has been making a fire. It can be imagined that making a fire is no easy task. Darling, dragging his exhausted body, collected the firewool. Matt kept standing by and couldn't start the fire. The igniter was soaked through as soon as I got ashore. Anyone has a chance to turn the tables. There's no difference throughout the entire process. Even with a fire stick, making a fire is still very difficult for them because they use stones. Matt has a psychological shadow over the challenge of making fire. It's never very smooth every time. Now the progress of the three contestants is the same. Darling is very confident that he can catch up. Chris's hands are sore now. Swimming is very physically demanding for her. At this stage, who will be the first to make a fire successfully? Whoever can get a bonus of 100,000 yuan. There's almost no possibility of a comeback in this round. In actual competitions, this process is extremely long. In order to save time, let's just get the result directly. In the end, Chris succeeded in making a fire first. Is a female champion about to be born? Then Matt also succeeded in making a fire. Darling is still working hard. Next, all you need to do is increase the heat and break the stone rope. The champion should be decided between Chris and Matt. There seems to be no hope for Darling. But at this moment, an accident occurred. After Darren lit it, a huge fire quickly broke out. The others are still like little stars. In the end, Darling made a perfect comeback. His survival score is out of full marks. Congratulations to player Darren on becoming a legendary player in wilderness survival. And Chris has also performed very well this season. It rose from the original 7.7 points to 9.2 points. And Matt has always performed well. Not only did they hunt large prey, still leading all the time, his survival score rose from the original 9.7 to 9.8. Matt was always in the lead, but never won. Making a fire was his fatal accident. Darling emerged as the ultimate winner. This season comes to an end. Let's look forward to the performance of the contestants in the next season. Watch more wilderness survival videos. Please click on my channel.